There came a time where they said they wanted to, what were they calling it? Decongesting workplaces, whereby you going to work, They say stay home for this month, this group will be working. And then what? The company owners they realized that no, you can still make money doing staying at home. With this group, with 100 employees, but this month we were just 20 employees coming to work. Still, you can make money. So if we don't need the other 8, and then we just started laying off people. One problem arise, no matter how prepared we are. So don't we ever fool ourselves and say, we are set, we are prepared, we have done ABCD. One always arise in life. And then when one arise, tell them Jesus. When they ran out of wine, Mary, the mother of Jesus, goes to Jesus and tells him they have run out of wine. One always arrives. And when one arrives, if Jesus is not invited into the occasion, it will be difficult for you to tell him because he won't be there. But it became easy, and this is saying to go and tell Jesus because he was there, he was part of the guest in this wedding. When one arrives in our lives, will Jesus be present so that we can tell him of the ones. And then Jesus tells Mary that, what does this have to do with me? My time is not yet come. And then Mary leaves Jesus and goes to the servants and says, whatever he tells you, do it. She had faith that he was going to do something about it. So when ones arise and you tell them to Jesus, have faith that Jesus is going to do something about your situation. Jesus had told Mary point blank that this has got nothing to do with me, my time is not yet come. And yet Mary goes to the servants and says, whatever he tells you to do, please do it. She had faith that definitely Jesus was going to do something about it. Have faith that Jesus is going to do something about your situation when those ones arise after you have told him of those ones. At times, inviting Jesus into our lives will leave us in awkward situations. Some Bible scholars believe that Jesus was the reason why they ran out of wine in this wedding. One, because Jesus had been away, maybe he was invited at the last minute. Remember, Jesus had been in Cana for how many days? For 2 days, and on the third day, there's a wedding. He's invited. Maybe Jesus had not been catered for because he'd been away. They just invited him on the last minute. Secondly, in the Jewish custom, guests contribute to what they are going to eat at the wedding. Jesus was poor. Maybe he had not contributed anything towards the wedding. He just went there without contributing. Then thirdly, Jesus brought extra miles. Maybe they invited him, but he brings his disciples to the wedding. The disciples were not catered for, which caused the shortage of the wine. At times, inviting Jesus into our lives will leave us in awkward situations. There is that job that you're going to lose because you invited Jesus into your life. There's that business deal that will fall through just because you have invited Jesus into your life. There's certain things that you won't be involved in, things that could have uplifted you in life, maybe materially, just because you have Jesus in your life, you say, no, I can't be involved in that. I can't have that, or rather let it go. Some of us will stay poor for the rest of our lives because we've invited Jesus into our situation. I like giving examples of where I come from always. Where I come from, there's this thing called, they call it Ugutwana in Sindebele, they call it Uromba in Shona. This is a situation whereby you visit a witch doctor, they give you muti to become rich. And people become rich, they live luxuriously, they live good lives. But you, just because you have Jesus in your life, you forgo that. And you remain poor. And you become a laughing stock of the community just because you have Jesus in your life. You are left to live in awkward situations. The lesson that I learned was when his time comes, he will do something about it. When his time came, Jesus just gave the instruction. Take water and fill those pots. And they did that. And then the next thing, it was wine. When his time comes, Jesus will do something about your situation. Have that faith. When his time comes, Jesus will do something about your situation. The other thing that I learned was Jesus doesn't want to share his glory. He wants all the glory to him, going to him. He doesn't want to share his glory. There were wine skins or wine pots. There were pots that had wine. The wine that they were drinking, they were taking it from certain pots. But now, when Jesus performs the miracle, he doesn't tell them to fill those pots that had wine, but he tells them to fill different pots, pots that had water all around. He doesn't fill the wine pots, but he fills pots that had water all around. Why? Because maybe had he filled the pots that had wine, some people would have thought that maybe the wine that the leftover wine that was in those pots had contributed into turning that water into wine. Then they're going to get credit and say, no, we think maybe our wine contributed into turning his water into wine. But no, Jesus chooses pours that in water all along so that they don't get credit. At times, Jesus doesn't intervene in our situations just because we still have plan A's, plan B's, plan C's. He wants us to run out of plans and then it takes place so that all the glory goes to him. Perhaps or perchance you think that my plan B contributed. Jesus wants you to run out of plans. Exhaust your plan A, plan B's up to plan Z. When you are done and then you have exhausted all your plans, you have given up. When you surrender and say, God, it is now time for you to take over. When he takes over, you shall surely give glory to him because you have exhausted all your plans. At times, Jesus is not intervening in our situations because we still have our plans. We're still trying this and that. He wants us to finish our trying this and that. When we've done that, we'll intervene. And then we shall surely say, God has indeed intervened. One lesson I learned is that God's contribution is always the best. Jesus might have failed to contribute in the beginning. Jesus might have been the cause of the shortage of wine in this particular wedding. But when he did contribute, the master of ceremony did say that some people always give the best in the beginning and then they save the worst for the last. But in this case, the best was saved for the last, which means Jesus' wine was better than what it was being saved all along. His contribution was the best. We as your friends, we as your family, we might come and make certain contributions in your life, but Jesus' contribution will always be best. His contributions are always the best. It was proved in this instance. Like I said in the beginning, once will arise. One way or the other in this life, whether we like it or not, we are bound to run out of wine. It might be the loss of a job, it might be through bereavement, accidents, disasters, whatever. One day we'll find ourselves without wine. And when that wine runs out, will Jesus be present in your situation? When you have that challenge, when the wine runs out in your academic life, will Jesus be present in your academic life? When wine runs out in your financial life, will Jesus be present in your financial life? When wine runs out in your marriage, will Jesus be part of your marriage? The best thing to do is to invite Jesus at the beginning, before the wine runs out. So that when the wine runs out, Jesus will be there. It will just be a matter of you going to Jesus and telling him that I've run out of wine, and then him taking care of the situation. The big question is Jesus part of your life? Such that when the wine runs out, it's just a whisper away. May God bless you. Amen.
Thank you for the message. For me, my takeaway is when you invite Jesus in your life, you will turn up. And you invite Jesus in your life, things might not go well. When you invite Jesus in your life, you always bring the best. So I picked 3 things from the sermon. Let's reflect on what we've learned from the sermon of the parable of the wine. Jesus inviting, you will turn up. If you invite Jesus to come in your life, you might have trouble. But if Jesus comes in your life, you bring the best. It's time for our closing song. Our time is running out. We've got between 5 and 7 minutes to leave this place. So we'll sing one stanza, and we have a prayer of the last prayer from the preacher, then we'll depart.
Shall we all rise with hymn number 312? Near the cross, first stanza and chorus.
Jesus kissed me near the cross, there a precious fountain, free to all a healing stream, flows from Calvary's mountain. In the cross, be my glory ever, till my raptured soul shall find rest beyond the river.
Let's pray. Our kind and loving Father, we invite you into our lives, so that when the wine runs out in our lives, you'll be just a whisper away. And some of us are going through that process when our wine is run out. We pray, Father, that you take your place and wake a miracle in our lives. This is our prayer in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you. This is the end of our Sabbath formal worship. We are going to depart. Pathfinder adventurers are going to Corby for the AD. Let's keep them in prayer. And those who are going, safe journey. AB, Pathfinder Bible Experience, I understand you are going to continue with your program this afternoon. And thank you for worshiping with us today, visitors and those members of the church. That's the end of our service. We're going to pray the those going to platform.
In the cross, trembling soul, love and mercy found me. Death and the morning shed its beams around me. In the cross, is my glory ever, till my raptured soul shall find rest beyond